Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and here are my top 15 most expensive PlayStation 4 games. Starting with game number 1, Back to the Future, the game. I never would have thought that this game would have amounted to being at around $60, but that's exactly where it lands now. I know at one point this game was going for over $80, touching 100 at one point, but it's actually come back down. There's really nothing super appealing about this game, and it's really mostly a nostalgia play for the Back to the Future movie. If it's something you're interested in, go ahead and give it a try. Number 2, coming in at again $60, we've got Dangun Feveron. This is a awesome space shooter that was put out by Limited Run. It's been out for a while now. I haven't really gotten to play this one yet. I have seen some gameplay footage, but it is a pretty interesting looking shoot 'em up. I'm a fan of the genre, but just haven't gotten around to knocking this one out yet. So Dangun Feveron, if you do happen to run into this one, either at a retro game store or if you see it online, check it out. It's gotten some really good reviews. Next up, this one also is hovering at $60. This is Robbie Ribby, which is an interesting action platformer on the PlayStation 4. Another one that I haven't played on the PS4, but I have tried a little bit on the Vita because I do have it on the PlayStation Vita. But it's just kind of like a cutesy action platforming RPG type game. Love the pixelated artwork on this one. This is one that I think you'll enjoy if you like a good platformer. Next up, in the 60s as well, this is Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. I know some places will have this one online for around $70 to $75, but this is an awesome hack and slash game, and this is a continuation to what was started on the Sega Dreamcast. Berserk, I think it's I can't remember, I have it here somewhere. Every time I talk about this game, I always got to bring out the Dreamcast version because I have it right here, and here it goes. So this is the original here. So Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage. I knew it was something Rage. I didn't want to say Ken's Rage because I know that's Fist of the North Star, but yeah, Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage. This whole legacy for me started on the Dreamcast. A pretty cool hack and slasher on the Dreamcast, if I do say so myself. Kind of like an open world hack and slasher, so this is one you'll enjoy. Not many games like this came out on the Dreamcast, so awesome to see a sequel here on the PlayStation 4. Next up, you've got another shooter, Danmaku Unlimited 3. Had this on the PlayStation Switch, the Nintendo Switch. Picked it up on the PS3 because I sold my Switch version, and they released this on the PS3 for about $29. So I picked it up while it was $29, and this one has shot up to about $70 now, and I think it's still climbing. So if you do happen to see this one, go ahead and pick it up. This is a good one. Next up, Rez Infinite. Now I did have Rez on the PS2. That was where the whole Rez journey started for me. This is also another shoot 'em up, but it's like a first-person shoot 'em up that's rhythm-based. I really think that if you're into like Dance Dance Revolution and you like shoot 'em ups, you'll really like this one. Best part about this one being on the PlayStation 4 is that it does have the VR capability, which takes this game to a whole new level. This is already a sick game, but definitely check this one out. It is going for 70 plus at this point, so pretty expensive one. Next up, we have Flynn, Son of Crimson. This one was rare to begin with because it came out by Super Rare Games, but a colorful sprite-based action platformer. This one is hovering around $75. If you do happen to spot this one, definitely go ahead and grab it if you're a fan of the genre. This is a cool one by Humble Games. Next up, this one kind of shocked me. I didn't expect this one to shoot up because you can get it on so many other platforms, but Deadpool. You can find Deadpool on the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, the PS3, and of course the PlayStation 4, but for some reason it is just very expensive on the PlayStation 4, hovering between $70 and $75. So if you do happen to spot this one out in the wild at a GameStop, go ahead and snag it because this one is going up in price. Next up, we have Gravity Rush. This is a classic action-adventure game. If you've never heard of Gravity Rush, check it out. I at first was introduced to this game on the PlayStation Vita. Then when I realized it had a PS4 version, definitely went ahead and attacked that just because I want to be able to play it on a bigger screen. But Gravity Rush is a very cool and interesting game. And right now this one is going for between 70 and 80. I've actually seen this game touch $100 for like a sealed copy, and like a pre-owned copy hover around 80 to 90. So if you do happen to run into this one at a GameStop, because these still are at GameStop, definitely go ahead and pick that up. Now we're getting into the top tier dogs. So we've got, for between 90 and $100, you've got Stranger Things 3, the game. This is kind of like an isometric beat 'em up game based on the Stranger Things series that came out on Netflix. I'm a huge fan of the show, which is why I got this one here. I actually started watching this show, I think it was the year, I think it was the year my daughter was born. I started watching this show and went through all the seasons. So really cool show. This is when I had a lot of time to watch TV. This was also during lockdown, so definitely had a ton of time to get into the series. I thought that they were going to come out with another installment to kind of wrap it up. If you know, and if anyone knows anything about that, let me know down in the comments. But this one is hovering between 90 and $100. So if you happen to spot this one, pick it up. Stranger Things, the video game. Another shooter here, Battle Garega. This one is also 90 to 95 bucks here. I've played this a bunch. I love the music on this game. I've actually included it in some of my more edited videos. But Battle Garega is an awesome shoot 'em up, great music. Love the music. I mean, the gameplay on this one is awesome as well. It's a top-down shooter, but still, that music is just what makes the gameplay on this one a ton of fun. If you've never played it, then check it out. Okay, next up we have Blasphemous. Now this is the deluxe edition of Blasphemous, and it has all of the DLC on it. This is actually my preferred way of playing the Blasphemous game. I made most of my progress on it playing the PS4 version. Even though I started playing Blasphemous on the Switch, I made more progress on the PS4. So I'm probably about 43 to 50% ways through, maybe more. I think maybe like 67. I can't remember, but I know I got stumped at one part of the backtracking, and that's the only thing that kills me about this game is the backtracking. God, makes it tough. But still a really cool game, and definitely one that's worth checking out. This one is gonna run you loose about 70, sealed it's definitely gonna be 100. So check this one out. And then last but not least, Blasphemous again. Now the difference is that this is a sealed version of the Blasphemous game. So I do have it sealed here, and I believe that this is the original that was released via limited run, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so this was the limited run release with the alternate art cover, as you can see. That was the Team 17 release, and then you have the limited run release. And the limited run release, especially sealed, has been running over $100, between 100 and 110. And that would be the most expensive game in my PlayStation 4 collection. I've got a bunch of other games that range in price, and a lot of them are 40 and over, but these were the ones that I think were the more expensive titles, just because I get oftentimes folks asking, you know, about my PlayStation 4 collection, what are some of my more expensive games. So I figured I'd go ahead and drop a quick video. I'll be back in a little bit with the more edited video this afternoon, and leave you off with a little bit more content before the weekend is over. But hopefully you are enjoying your Sunday and having a great time with friends and family. It's the Y2K Collector, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.